So we're going to do a very short session, but between 20 to 30 minutes in view of time, but not to worry, okay? So good.
One clarification.
Yes,
After you speak, do I need to wait for Charlene to interpret in Cantonese
yes,
first?
yeah.
Or
So each of us will take turns. After I speak, Charlene will interpret, and then after you speak, Charlene will interpret. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Okay? Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, the rest of us, if you want to participate, you may do so by posting your thoughts or questions down in the chat box function here. Okay? Okay, good. Well, thank you once again, Jasmine, for allowing us to record this session and for us to share this with the rest of the world as well, and for us to use this as an opportunity for training and learning purposes.
好多謝你啊，Jasmine 係容許我哋去同你做嘅錄音啦，係俾我哋去係分享俾其他人啦，同埋 for 訓練嘅目的嘅。
Okay.
thank you.
No problem. And I hope you had a great lunch just now.
希望你有個好好嘅午餐啦，啱啱。
Okay,
Yes,
so
I do.
awesome. Yeah. So tell us a little bit more. What do you have in mind today to discuss?
話俾我哋聽，今日你有啲咩嘢想去同我傾？
我諗而家我喺一個事業上面嘅轉折點上面嘅。
I'm at a turning point at my career.
Okay. So tell me more about this turning point in your career.
講多啲關於呢個轉折點。
過去8年咧，我喺一間培訓公司度做trainer 啦。咁我啱啱就喺而家咧，我就辭咗職，我就打算去發展我自己嘅事業啦。咁所以而家咧係的確經歷緊按輕有唔同嘅嘢發生緊嘅。
I've been a trainer with the training company for the last 8 years. I just quitted my job, and right now I'm developing my career. There are a lot of things on my plate to be developed at the moment.
Okay. And so, in view of our time together that we have over the next 20 to 30 minutes, what specific area would you like to dive in on?
我哋有大概20至30分鐘嘅時間啦，有啲咩specific 一個注意嘅一個地方，你想係我哋深入去傾嘅咧？
我諗係關於因為我想將所有我想發生嘅 project 都同步進行。即係我知道如果 prioritize 嘅話咧，都可能如果逐樣做會做到嘅。但我想而家就係我想 at the same time 幾個 project 都同時進行。所以 by the end of the session， 我諗我想可以有個清晰嘅 action steps 啦。我點樣可以同步 juggle between 幾個 project？
There are a few projects that I would like to start simultaneously. I know that if I prioritize them, I will be able to do so as well. But I really want to start my projects, all at the same time. So by the end of this section, I'm hoping to have a clear action steps.
So if I hear you right, you only have some clear action steps by the end of this session to help you prioritize your next steps.
咁我聽到嘅就係你想完咗今日嘅對話啦，你係有個行動係可以令到你去定啲先後次序，點樣可以去有之後嘅行動？
我就係諗緊，我有冇方式可以唔 prioritize 同步進行到？因為對我嚟講，每一個 project 都重要。
I'm thinking about because to me all the projects are very important. Is it possible that I can do all of them at the same time instead of prioritizing them?
Okay. So I'm hearing probably two things here. One, it's some form of clear action steps, and also exploring whether it's possible to do all of them at the same time versus prioritizing them.
Yes.
咁我聽到有2點啦，第一點就係有個清晰嘅行動嘅步驟啦。咁第2點就係其實係咪有個可能性可以全部嘢同一時間做，而唔係要去分先後次序咧
？So tell me a little bit more. Why is getting clarity about this area important for you today?
咁同我傾下啊，咁點解喺呢一個部分有一個清晰度係咁重要咧
我諗因為點解清晰到咁重要？可能我頭先突然間諗，其實我都好似好清晰喎，咁所以我就諗下點解清晰到咁重要？因為每一個 project 對我嚟講都有別嘅意義啦，即係每一個 project 都有佢我想達成嘅一啲價值、一啲使命喺裏面，咁所以我唔想有任何一方係我做得唔夠好嘅。
I am starting to think that actually I am quite clear about why I want to do these projects because each of them has its own unique meaning and value. 跟住你下一句係乜嘢？你話
亦都係 it's also because 亦都係因為嗰啲嘅使命啦同埋價值，我想帶到俾唔同 project 嘅人。
And it's also because I want to bring all these values and purposes to more people.
Okay, and particularly for this session, why is you getting this clear action steps and figuring these things out important for you?
對於呢一次嘅對話嚟講，點解去揾到清晰嘅行動嘅步驟對你嚟講係咁重要？
因為我諗嚟緊望到2、3、4個星期，甚至我嘅行程真係非常之緊湊。然後譬如而家即係我亦都學習緊佢，我想攞一個 certification 啦，ACC。咁所以有好多嘅事情咧要同步處理，而真係有個 time limit 喺度，啲 project 將會 launch，有啲事情將會發生啦，咁所以好重要。
Because I can foresee that in the coming 2 to 4 weeks, my schedule is quite packed. I am also preparing myself to get the ACC's certification. So there are too many things on my plate right now, and there is a time limit.
Okay, and what would happen if you're able to achieve all this in today's session, to get the clear steps and being able to figure out in terms of priority or doing all of them at the same time? What would it mean for you if you're able to achieve that?
如果你做到晒所有嘅嘢，你又定好晒個行動嘅時間表啊等等，對你嚟講係代表啲咩咧？
會代表一個非常大嘅 quantum leap 啦，我認為即係好大嘅進步啦。亦都係一個好好嘅開始。
To me, it's a giant quantum leap. It's a big enhancement. It's a good start.
Okay, so if we were successful together in this session, by the end of this conversation, what would you like to have happen for your action steps, or even the between doing all or prioritizing them? What would success look like for us?
對你嚟講，成功你點樣去睇到成功咧？即係呢一個對話係一個成功嘅對話咧？關於一啲行為上行動上面嘅步驟，對你嚟講，你睇到啲乜嘢為之係成功？
我諗呢個 coaching session 嘅成功可以俾衡量嘅地方就係我可以定到，我嚟緊呢3、4個星期，我可以有3至4個我可以已經有一個清晰嘅行動計劃，然後我只需要去 follow 呢個計劃就可以啦。咁已經慳咗我好多可能去再諗點安排時間嘅能量咯。
To me is for the upcoming 3 to 4 weeks, I'll have a clear action plan for this period so that it saves my time and energy on figuring out how to make use of my time.
Okay, so let me see if I got you right. Today you want to focus on getting clear action steps for your next steps forward, and you want to figure out between doing all of these items at the same time or prioritizing them. And by the end of the session, you like to have some level of clarity in terms of the action steps forward.
咁我去做個總結先，睇下我有冇清楚你想要達成嘅嘢。咁今日嘅焦點係關於第一係有個清晰嘅行動上面嘅步驟啦。咁第二就係有個 sorry I missed out on the second part。
So the first part is you want to get a clear action step, and also to figure out whether you want to do all of them or prioritize them.
係，同埋第二個部分就係去睇下係咪所有嘢都可以同步地去做到啦，而唔係去即係分先後次序啦。咁第三就係關於你嘅行動呢一個步驟上面係有一個清晰度嘅。
冇錯。
Yes。
Okay, good. So where are you right now in terms of this clarity?
關於清晰度嘅話，你認為你而家個位置係喺邊度咧？
其實我而家我諗都有，即係要10分滿分，我都有7分嘅。
If on a scale from 1 to 10, I think I'll give it a 7.
Okay. And by the end of this session, where would you like to be in terms of the clarity?
咁關於清晰度啦，今個時段完結嘅話，你想去到邊一個位置咧？
我想去到10分。
10. I want to get to 10.
10. Okay, great. I'm seeing you smile a little bit when you mentioned the word 10. What was happening there?
我見到你笑喎，你提到10，係發生緊啲咩事啊？
我諗即係呢個都係我一路好想發生嘅就係，如果 everything do the best 咧，咁10分 all up 咧係最好嘅。咁所以我都覺得好有價值。我覺得可能1至7分從來唔難，可能真係7點樣 from good to great 啊嘛，即係7去到10就係一個好大嘅突破，亦都係唔容易咯。
For me, because from 1 to 7, it's not that hard. But from 7 to a 10, it's such a big breakthrough for me. It's all about going from good to great. And for me, if I could get to 10, it's really doing the best and can make it really valuable.
Oh, I love what you shared there. And what do you believe must happen for you to get from, or what's missing right now that's preventing you from a 7 to a 10?
你認為由7去到10啦，有啲乜嘢係缺失咗，所以而家未去到10咧？
有啲行動係我認有啲如果我有某啲 project 要 start 咧，其實我係我要可能我要公開地去宣傳啦。咁而其實我諗其實我知我做呢個宣傳嘅行動咧，係對我會有幫助嘅，但可能會對我嘅前公司有一啲嘅影響啊。咁所以咧就一路我覺得有啲棘住啦，我點樣可以圓滿咧？即係我嘅前公司又可以冇乜被我嘅離職影響啦，而我自己又可以 full power 咁向前行咧。咁呢個係最棘住嘅位嚟，其實。
So regarding the actions, I see that if I start a project, I know that I would have to publicly advertise that, and which I know that if I do the advertisement, it will help me. But the thing is, if I do it, so publicly to advertise, it will affect the company that I used to work with. So I'm looking to see how I can how to market, but at the same time not affecting the company that I used to work with, and at the same time I can have my full power to my own project.
Okay. Have you tried anything so far regarding not being affected by your marketing? Other than marketing, have you tried anything else?
咁如果唔係關於marketing，有冇試過其他嘢？
我有同我嘅前公司傾過啦。我嚟緊我可以做個 project，其實可以 win-win 嘅。 有機會我哋可以合作啊，或者因為我哋唔係做緊 exactly competitive 嘅嘢，我哋可以合作啦。咁第二係我有 face to face 去同一啲我覺得 potential 嘅 partner 嘅人傾啦，或者 potential client 去傾啦，而唔需要做到 public 嘅 marketing 嘅嘢嘅。咁第三就係有一啲機構係可以即係成為我某一啲 program 嘅 affiliate 啦。咁呢一啲都唔需要係用我去做marketing 嘅。咁我做咗呢三樣嘢。
Okay, so I have done three things. The first thing is I try to speak with the company that I used to work with to create this win-win situation, because the program that I'm developing right now, it's not directly competitive with what they have been offering. And the second thing is to face to meet and speak with potential partners or clients. And also number three is to speak with some organizations to discuss the possibility to be a program affiliate. So these three ways don't require me to advertise myself in public. And I've done these three things so far.
And when you look at these three things versus what you have in mind, are these three things helping you to move towards your outcome?
咁呢三個行動啦，有冇支持到你去行前啲，去住你嘅成果嘅目標去出發咧
？Option 2同3係有進展嘅。咁即係 Option 1，即係我同我嘅前公司嘅合作方面就冇進展啦。咁所以就係咯，2 out of the 3有效果。
So there has been some development, particularly with the second one and the third one, but with the working with the company that I used to work with, that didn't, there's no development from there yet. So 2 out of 3 worked.
Okay. With the 2 out of 3 that is work, is that sufficient for you, or are you looking for something more?
咁三個行動入面有兩個都有效果啦，對你嚟講係咪已經足夠咧？定係你想要我更多咧？
我諗緊嘅係我想要更多嘅方式好啊，定係我要去即係 better 優化我嘅 option 2、3咧？即係可能我 option 2、3仲有嘢可以進步喎，仲有嘢可以更加有效喎，又或者去 explore option 4、5都得嘅。
I'm looking to see if there are actually more ways. Maybe there will be another option 4, option 5, or I will take a look to see how I can enhance the option 2 and option 3.
Okay, so let's just circle back a little bit from where we begin. We begin wanting to explore some of these clear action steps that you want to move forward. And now we just talk a little bit about, going from the second and third option seems okay, probably exploring options 4 and 5. How, as we reflect on this, how clear are you as in terms of the action steps that you need to take forward?
咁我哋去退後一步睇一睇先。咁我哋都睇到有幾樣嘢啦。咁其中一點就係你而家都會去考慮會唔會其實係有第4、5個option 咧選擇咧，定係關於佢繼續去睇緊呢個 option 第2、第3咧？咁其實對你嚟講，你有幾清晰關於之後嚟緊嘅嗰個行動嘅步驟咧？
我提升咗1分喎，即係起碼由7分變8分啦已經。
I think I've increased it from 7 to 8.
Okay, sounds really wonderful. And with the remaining time that we have, what must happen for us to help you get the sense from moving from 8 to 10?
咁好好喎，有個提升喎。咁但係剩翻餘落嚟嘅時間，咁有啲乜嘢要發生咧，先至可以由第8可以去到第10？
去決定究竟我而家優化 option 2、3啦，定係同時有 option 4、5啦？即係我覺得呢個已經俾咗一個方向。
So I'm thinking to decide if I should enhance option 2 or 3, or I create, let's say option 4 and option 5. I think that gives our direction already.
Mm. And as you're just sharing that, is it okay if I share with some of my thoughts on that?
咁可
Sure,
唔可
thank
以
you.
同你分享我啲嘅諗法咧？可以。
Yeah, because as you were sharing that, I kind of felt that as we circle back earlier, we said that, hey, you know what? Is it possible to do all of them at the same time? So I'm just wondering between option 2 and 3, enhancing that and searching for option 4 and 5, would it be possible even to consider doing both of them concurrently at the same time, enhancing plus looking for more options? Or, what are your thoughts on that?
咁我哋之前都有探討過呢一點啦，就係一開始你係其實係想所有嘅嘢同時間去做嘅。咁我而家就睇到嘅係其實有冇個可能性，你係優化你第2同埋第3個options 啦，同時之間亦都係開發更加多嘅唔同嘅方向咧。
絕對可以啊，太好啦。
Absolutely great
係。
Yeah, I see a little smile there. What was happening for you?
我見到你笑喎，係點解嘅？
係咯，我諗就係需要一個時間，其實停低落嚟，只要去諗點優化 and 去發掘多4同5，就已經好幫到我。
So for me, it's as long as I have time to stop and really think about how to enhance my options 2 and 3, and also to build an extra 4 and 5 methods. I think it's great.
Yeah, and as we move forward with this idea of enhancing that and exploring the options 4 and 5, how would you hold yourself accountable to ensuring that you are able to hit that progress or move in the direction that you desire?
咁關於去優化第2、第3個選項啦，甚至乎去探索有冇第4、5個選項嘅時候，你會點樣可以確保你自己係喺呢一條軌跡呢個方向上面？
我諗我完咗今日呢個 session 嘅時候，咁我就已經可以 lay down 個俾 at least 1個鐘頭自己，即係唔做任何嘢，不過只係去 list out 我啲咩可以進步嘅，我仲有咩可能性，咁然後by the end 嗰1個小時就已經可以好清晰嚟緊嗰2至4個星期我有啲乜嘢真係要做嘅。咁因為咁過去真係好呢成個幾2個月好少呢個時間，你 keep 住喺度 doing 咁。
Okay. So I think after this session, I can already take 1 hour out to really sit down and to list out all the areas of improvement and possibilities. Because for me, for the past past weeks, I was not able to sit down and think. It's always focusing on doing and doing.
Well, like what you shared there, taking that hour out immediately after this. And what are some potential, barriers that might come your way that might prevent you from taking this 1 hour out to begin doing that clarity?
咁我聽到你話你會即刻抽1個鐘頭出嚟，我都好開心啊！咁但係同時之間咁當中會唔會有一啲乜嘢嘅障礙會阻住咗你去抽呢個鐘頭出嚟去釐定你嘅清晰度啊？
我諗可能會 suddenly 有機會有一個 debrief 嘅 meeting 會開啦，因為其實我同你傾緊偈呢個時間咧，有個 event 係進行緊嘅。咁個 event 進行緊，我諗可能有機會，即係 if everything goes smooth 咁梗係最好。可能如果有啲嘢要總結，可能有機會突然間會有人打俾我開會，嗰個 event 點樣啊？我哋點進步？有機會會發生呢件事。
So there might be a sudden debrief meeting after this training, because as we're doing the training at the same time, there is another event going on. So if the event goes smooth, then obviously, there won't be any follow-up. But if there's something happened, then there may be a debrief meeting afterwards.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you would be able to find, even if that happens, right? Even if there's a debrief that might happen after that, what are some resources or support you can tap on to help you ensure that you still have that 1 hour, even if that debrief would happen?
咁假設個 debrief 真係發生啦，咁有啲乜嘢其他嘅資源係可以支持到你，去確保到你點都抽到嗰1個鐘頭時間出嚟咧？
我諗個資源就係我自己嘅啦，take a strong stand about 我真係需要呢1個小時嘅時間去整理。And as long as 只要我整理好，我諗我 debrief 嘅時候更加專心，效果都會喺度。咁所以嗰1個小時係好重要。咁我溝通呢1個小時對我有幾重要，俾我嘅團隊聽咯。咁我諗佢哋明白之後就可以係啦，跨過呢個 barrier。
I think the resource is myself. It's me taking a strong stand about, how important it is to have this 1 hour for me. As long as I can explain the importance of this 1 hour to communicate with my team, then I'm sure I can overcome this barrier.
Well, time flies when you're having such a amazing conversation together. As we're coming towards a close into this session, I'm just wondering, as we circle back to where we started off today, wanting to explore clarity of steps, and you wanted to go from a 7 to 10. So I'm just wondering at this stage, where are you right now?
咁時間過得好快啦，我哋都去到差唔多總結嘅呢個位置啦。咁一開始咧關於個清晰度咧，你係想由7去到10嘅。咁而家你認為個位置去到邊度？
我而家係10分。
Right now is a 10.
I see a lot more laughter, a lot more joy.
見到仲更加開心。
Well，
我想講咧，我點解係10分係因為 at the end of the session，我發現係我 take 一個 strong stand about 我想發生嘅事情，而唔係其實真係唔 exactly 關嗰啲 action plan 事，係過去我冇呢一個，即係我 cater 人哋嘅 needs 多過我好需要嗰個時間，我將我自己需要擺到喺好後，即係我 discover 呢樣，所以我而家係10分。
I want to let you know why I gave it a 10, because I realized that it's actually all about having a strong stand for myself. I have been catering to others people's needs and putting my own needs, to the least priority. So when I discovered that it's actually all about having a strong stand for myself, that's why I'm so happy and I gave it a 10.
I love that new learning, and you know what, I just want to acknowledge how how open you were at the start, and at the start of this conversation, I could sense a little bit of hesitation. Is this possible to get from 7 to 10? We only have a very, very short time together, but I just want to appreciate how how you just push through and how you just take moments to pause in this conversation and to even consider and just letting yourself take the strong stand now. And when I see the strong stand, I'm starting to see someone, Jasmine, who's more confident in saying that, hey, because I need this 1 hour to help me get clarity, right? So I'm going to take the strong stand here, and I've taken care of other needs, and now it's my turn. I need that 1 hour for my time. Yeah, so really, really appreciate you for that.
我好開心見到你有呢個關於你自己嘅學習啦。我知道一開始咧對你嚟講係要咁開放去咁 open 去傾咧，你係有啲猶豫嘅，甚至乎即係可能覺得喺咁短時間入面由7去到10會唔會好難？咁但係最後尾其實見到你發現咗你自己係完全係關於對你自己有一個一個好強嘅立場嘅時候咧，亦都見到你成個人係更加有信心啦，更加自信啦。咁亦都係好支持自己，真係點都去用嗰1個鐘頭去係因為你好需要呢個時間，而你係好 firm 好實在地係真係要去創造呢樣嘢出嚟嘅。咁我都好開心。
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And you know what? What are some learnings you've gained for yourself in this session?
咁喺呢一個對話入面有啲咩嘅學習係關於你自己？
從來都唔，即係我諗我學習到原來真係唔係關於，從來唔係關於要做幾多事啦，或者要處理嗰個問題嘅。其實我好多時候原來都係關於我自己內在有啲諗法，我係需要 去梳理啦，或者我要俾時間自己啦。咁所以我學到其實只要我我唔係要 priority 嗰啲事情，我要 priority 我自己。咁當我 prioritize 我自己係第一位嘅時候，其實我就會知道我點樣可以將我想發生嗰啲事件能夠可以相得益彰，可以互相補到位咯。係啊。
I realized that it's never about how to tackle the issues or the problems. It's about seeing myself as the first priority. So when I see my own needs, then I will know, what are the things I really want to make it happen.
Wow. Yeah, I really love that, like what you mentioned there. And as we're coming to close to today, and what's the one thing that you're going to commit yourself to do immediately after our conversation?
我哋嘅對話時間就差唔多完結啦。咁但係如果有一樣嘢你係完咗呢一個環節啦，完咗呢個時段，你即刻會做嘅，會係啲咩？
我諗我會立即 text 我另外一邊嘅工作團隊啦，同佢講，今晚呢個時間段咧，我幾點到幾點係會唔得閒。如果你哋想開會咧，我 offer 一個幾多點後我哋可以開會嘅時間。咁我已經直接提前去 set up 嗰個時間俾自己，今晚靜落嚟。
I'll text my team right after this meeting to let them know that, from this time to this time, tonight I'm going to be busy. And if they would like to set up a meeting, then I will offer them another time frame, which, I'll be available.
Yeah, that's a great step forward. And are there anything else that's on your mind or on your heart that you'd like to talk about today before we close?
咁呢個係一個好好嘅向前嘅部分喎。咁仲有冇其他嘢你係想去傾嘅？喺我哋正式完結之前。
暫時冇。
So far, no.
Okay, great. And what is that one? And what would you like me to check in with you in our next session together?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Or what is the what would you like me to check in with you in our next session together?
咁下一次我哋見面之前，你想我同你去跟進啲乜嘢咧？
去跟進我設計嗰個 plan 係點啦 ，review 個 plan 係咪真係 fulfill 到我想 at the same time 進行晒所有事情呢個 purpose。
To check in the plan that I'm going to design to see if that supports me to fulfill all the things that I want to create.
Okay, sounds great. So is this a good place for us to end today's session?
咁聽落好好喎。咁呢一個係咪我哋今日可以完結嘅呢個位置咧
？Definitely，絕對可以啦。
可以啊。Thank you, Jasmine, for playing all out today, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session.
Thank you, Jasmine. 我哋好期待下一次同你再見面。
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let's give a round of applause to Jasmine.
我俾啲掌聲嘅 Jasmine。